Hi, I'm James Mullinger. I've just finished my performance here at the Crumblin cookie of James Mullinger Schooldays.
There was a group of, I'd say, 20 men walking around, non-ironically, wearing cowboy hats. Not okay in my book. As far as I'm concerned, there's only two types of people in this world that wear cowboy hats: cowboys and cunts. And I did not see a horse tied up outside.
Because I had all this footage to hand, it was quite an arduous task, obviously going through 10 hours of video footage from my time at school and editing it down to find things that were funny to other people, because a lot of it's funny to me because I know the people. What would actually be funny to an audience? That was the hardest thing. And also I did a lot of preview shows where I tried bits out, but pretty much everything I selected has remained in the show. And so the editing process of that is quite a difficult one because it's only an hour show. I've obviously got so much, and my school days were so embarrassing and so ridiculous that there's so many things to pick from being beaten up naked while I accidentally get an erection, right through, and that's the least embarrassing thing in the show, frankly. But it's been, I've loved doing it. It's counselling for me. It's fun for the audience, I hope. And I've loved doing it. And I always love coming to the Leicester Comedy Festival. One of my first gigs was here when I started in 2005 doing stand-up, came here in 2006 and worked for the promoter Alan Seaman, who runs a lot of nice gigs here, and had a lovely time, and I'm pleased I've been back to Leicester every year since.
What are you going to do for 3 hours? Well, I'll tell you what we did for 3 hours. We decided to do things like build a split bigger than a TV. Yes, the sensible thing to do. You're stuck for time, so why not build a split bigger than a TV? As you can see, of course, the challenge involved here is, of course, why would you do that? Because you're bored. Because as you can see down there's a perfectly serviceable bomb on the desk. And then underneath the lines you'll see a copy of Economics Explained, which was presumably just to figure out if we've been sold less than an eighth.
It's a great place, and as I say, I think what's so great is that the audiences are very, very comedy savvy. They've seen a lot of comedy, they know comedy, they love comedy, and if you do badly here, it's because you're shit, and if you do well, it's because you're good. And I'm good.
So in my dormitory, we were talking, it got to about midnight, 1 in the morning, and the other guys in the room said, actually, guys, can you shut up, we want to go to sleep, okay, because we actually want to work in the morning rather than just snort coke. So, not I was doing it at that age. And his mum had actually died a couple of months prior to this, okay? And that was why he was sent to boarding school, his mum had died, and he wanted to talk about that. So he got into bed with me so we could chat about it. During this time, I did give him a bit of a cuddle. Now, we're there just having a cuddle in bed, just two heterosexual, normal males. After about 5 minutes of this, I felt his finger go up my arse. Now, my first thought was that probably shouldn't be there, but to be fair, his mum was dead, what was I going to do? And I know some people are judging me, but I stand by the decision to this day. Quite frankly, if his dad had died in that horrible car crash as well, I probably would have let him fist me.
I'd been at GQ for 5 years, and I'd always wanted to do stand-up, just always wanted to do stand-up, and decided at the end of 2004 that 2005 would be the year that I tried it. I did one of the Muse Moose comedy courses in London, and of course you do this course, and then you're thrown to the wolves, and you've got to go and try and actually survive on the open mic circuit, and so it's quite a difficult thing, mixing quite a stressful and quite a high pressure and quite a high responsibility job during the day, and then getting out at kind of 6, 7 o'clock and then running off to do a gig. Obviously for the first kind of 2-3 years completely unpaid, so you're travelling around the country. I won't deny it's stressful, as I mentioned in the show, I've got a 4-month-old baby, so a day like today is I wake up at 6 in the morning, I'm changing nappies, I'm feeding the baby, I'm going to work all day, and then I'm hot-footing down the motorway to get here to do the show. It's a stressful life, but I love it. I love doing stand-up and I wouldn't want to do anything else. Well, as you've probably seen in the show, my 18th birthday was pretty fucking debauched. I think, we could probably get a list of the outlawed substances in this country and just do a fucking checklist of all of them. There was a lot of booze involved, there was a lot of vomiting involved, but then that was pretty much every night when I was growing up, so it was pretty hard for me to take the 18th birthday and top what I was doing every other day. Not proud of it, again, kids, if you're watching, obviously don't do drugs or become a raging alcoholic, but unfortunately that was the trap I fell in those days, and obviously it's all been great material for the show now.